All right, guys. All right. What's the crack? Um, Got to a wee harmonica lesson as soon as I finish smoking this premium roll up. It's great, man. Great tobacco. Imported from Lebanon, I believe. No, imported from Turkey. I don't know. It's good tobacco, though. It's nice tobacco. Yeah. In the olden days, like, you know, somebody's dad, right? Somewhere would be smoking a pipe, you know? You know, all of that stuff, like plumes, you know. Well, that was in the old days, you know. You don't see it so much nowadays, you know. You really don't. You really don't. And anyway, like we're gonna play a little bit of harp and see if we can make something nice come out of that. And I have a lick in mind, right? Now the song is originally written and played by Big Joe Williams, I believe. He played a 9-string guitar, something like a normal 6-string, and then he had these other three coming up like this. These like 3 little banjo strings or whatever they were, you know, strange instrument. Great player, great rhythmic, like Delta blues player, good voice and all that there too, like, you know. There's a very famous blues standard. It's called "Baby Please Don't Go." I'm more familiar with the Muddy Waters version, on which Little Walter plays harp. So I think I might have read somewhere that it could be Big Walter Horton, but I think listening to the consistency, right, of Little Walter's playing, you know, from the early sides, you know, Gypsy Woman and all of those ones. Clang 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 clang, clang 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 clang, you know, where he was playing more like Sonny Boy Williamson one. Then that early style where he would do a slow banjo. So here we go, like. You know the gypsy woman told me. You know, something like that. Well, he would do those slow ones. You know, those type of things. And it was acoustic, you know. So he was a master harp player. You know, it's not like once he picked up the microphone, that's when he become good. You know what I mean? That's where he really made his name. You know, obviously Little Walter, if you're familiar with his playing and you've listened to the likes of Duke or other instrumentals like Roller Coaster, that's another phenomenal one, like where the speed at which he's going along and the rate at which he's swinging, it's just fantastic, you know, never mind the facility on the instrument and all of that type of thing. His musicality is really off the hook, Little Walter, you know, so you can sort of tell by listening to the record, you know, that it's that is Little Walter playing on that one. It's the complexity of the lines that he plays, the offbeat ones where he comes in from here and then back out again. You know, and in terms of, you know, accompanying the vocal and playing over the arrangement as far as 2 guitars and maybe a stand-up bass, or maybe Jimmy Rogers was on guitar with the top 2 strings tuned down, you know, so they could do that. but there was already a solid arrangement there between those two guys, that the stuff that they had got together, and they had a formula. Or they didn't, more or less roll it out the same for every song, but they had certain ideas, and you can do this with it, you can do that with it, such as the sort of stop time ones, something like Hoochie Coochie Man, right? Or it's like, and then there's another one, maybe, baby, I just want to make love to you. You know, you can do that same riff, any number of ways, just change the notes around, and if it kind of makes musical sense and resolves right, like bang, you're away. If you're in the middle of like a blues jam, or maybe more importantly, if you were sitting in with a band or something like that, which is something that you might get to do whenever you're starting out, and you might be sitting at a jam or something. If you don't have the musicality of a Little Walter, which I certainly must attest to not having that type of musicality, but you do try and go out, try and do that similar thing, it becomes apparent very quickly the taste that Little Walter had, in terms of like, he wouldn't be all over the place doing something stupid, that was meaningless and didn't assist the song, or didn't assist the arrangement. He always seemed just to get it right, support the thing, knows when to back off, knows when to go. Oh, I mean, all of those little things, and I guess I'll try and actually play some of the song now, but I mean, it'd probably be a disaster, but you know what I mean. Who really cares, guys? Who really cares? It's only life, and all right, hang on 2 fucking seconds. So it's like a. No, it was the wrong part. That read. That's the second whole draw, right? Which is your root note. So, which in this case, we're playing a D harp, so you would play a D harp in the key of A, which is a nice wee key to get around on guitar if you're in standard tuning and stuff. So the D harp gets pulled out quite a bit, which is why this one is messed up, because it's been overused, and probably if I were to open it up, unscrew all those little things, and give it a bit of a scrub, like, and you can loosen it up quite a bit. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But beyond that, then you can go into customizing them, and gapping reeds, and putting in little bits of wax and all sorts of different things like that. That's a funny wee instrument, man. But that's kind of how it comes.